Now I'd like to go into the ordering of clips a little bit. Here I have a clip. It's at this point, and it's the scene with the ship in front of the island. Ideally, I'd like to have this clip positioned after the clips that show the island with the walruses. So in reality here, as the last clip before we leave the island. And if I want to move it, I'm making it somewhat hard for myself if I work in this view setting, as it's quite easy to not select the clip itself, but the clips on either side of it or the clip edges, as the zoom settings are not really correct for this form of editing, or for marking a clip. So for this reason, it's probably best to select the correct zoom settings before you start editing. And so I'll give some detail on the zoom settings and how to adjust them. Some we have seen before, such as the two arrows here, which allow me to zoom in and out, and with which the position cursor acts as a center point, meaning your zoom factor is always adjusted with the cursor central to it. If I therefore wish to zoom into this clip, then I can move the position cursor to over the clip and use these arrows to zoom in and out. I can do this somewhat more easily if I use the mouse. This works in a similar way to using the arrows, and you do it by selecting the center point again by positioning the cursor and then by holding the control button and using the mouse wheel. If I move the wheel upwards, then I can zoom out, and if I move the mouse wheel down, I zoom in. I'll zoom to a total overview by clicking here in the center of this button, and now I can see my entire timeline, and then by positioning the cursor here above the clip I want to view, I can then zoom in by using the mouse wheel whilst holding the control key down. And now I can mark the clip by clicking on it, and I can move it by dragging it, and even if my destination point is not visible, I can simply drag the clip to the edge of the screen on the right, and Edius will automatically scroll the timeline to make it visible. This isn't the most elegant or possibly useful method, but for what I need to do now, it is perfectly adequate. Later on, we will see other easier methods of moving clips over a larger distance, but as said, for now, this is fine. I'll move the clip here, the insert mode is correctly defined, and I can simply let go of the mouse button and the clip is positioned at the desired position.